Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me Ushi and welcome back to another true crime episode with me, whereby I sit down and then I talk about a true crime case that has happened in Namibia as well as Africa. We are in Windhoek, Wanaheda, Kingali Street. 22nd of July 2025, 39-year-old Fiina Nghifikwa received a text message. And this text message was a response to an advertised earlier whereby she was looking for a room to rent. The person that was responding to her advert was a man who had a room available for her to rent. This room was in the suburb of Wanaheda, Kingali Street. On the 22nd of July, it was a Tuesday, around 7 p.m. in the evening, Fiina and a friend decided that they are going to meet the person who was renting out the room so that they can go check out the room and see how the room looks like. The person who was on the other side of the phone identified himself as Junior. It was a name that was fake that people were using for their schemes and their tactics. I would like to give a disclaimer. Every single thing that I say in today's video is alleged. The people or the accused of today's case are, as we speak, still innocent until the court finds them guilty. So everything I say is alleged. Fiina and a friend decided that they are going to meet up with this person who was renting out the room. The person going to call him Junior. Junior managed to convince them that he wants to take them to the place himself. What they were going to do is they are going to be picked up by Junior, and Junior is the one who is going to take them to the room so that they can go view the room in Wanaheda. Junior came and picked up Fiina and her friend. When they got into the car, Junior immediately locked the car. Junior was not alone, he was with a friend. Now Fiina and her friend were trapped in this car with Junior and his friend. They drove until they reached Wanaheda in Kingali Street. They got there. Junior, who happened to be Haifete, aka Small Boy. Haifete pointed a gun at Fiina. He handed a phone to Fiina's friend. Immediately when these people got into the car was locked and then they drove off to Wanaheda. When they got there, this guy, Haifete, took out a gun out of his pockets and he pointed the gun at Fiina. He got a cell phone that he was holding. He gave the cell phone to Fiina's friend. That is one detail in this whole case that I personally find very eerie as well as perplexing, because why would he do that? Why would he point a gun at one person and then hand a cell phone to another? I was going through the reports. They said that when this happened, had a little bit of a scramble with Fiina. There was a little bit of a fight and this person shot Fiina. When he shot Fiina, he panicked. This mode of panic, he decided to take off with Fiina and her friends' belongings. They took the cell phones, they took the handbags, the wallets, everything, and they ran off. Fiina's friend managed to escape. She escaped. She ran to the nearest street. She was screaming, she was yelling, people came out. She asked for a phone. She got a phone and then they dialed police and the authorities immediately came to the crime scene. They transported Fiina to the hospital, but unfortunately she was pronounced dead on arrival. Fiina that day lost her life. Fiina's friend was able to identify the perpetrators. She was able to point them out because she saw their faces. Approximately 7 days later, a week later, the police officers were called to the area of La France in the area of Monte Cristo. It was around the 29th to the 30th. They were called to that area because the security of Chops's, this is a general convenience store, the security of Chops's caught people that were trying to rob the place. They caught these people, held these people, tied them up so that they don't run away, and they called the authorities. The authorities got there. These people were handed over to the authorities. These were 5 people. Their names are, I'm going to read out their names because I couldn't be bothered with learning who they are really. They're not worth it. They're not worth my time. We have Elias Haifete, we have Lucas Simon, we have Lotto Haindongo, Phineas Haindua, as well as Haamon Hainkali. Only one of them is a prime suspect, but these people are suspects in the robberies that have been happening. Elias Haisfete's name, his other street name is Small Boy. That is how he is known in the streets. He has had encounters with the police officers before. He was arrested before on charges of robbery, theft. Lucas Simon's name also, or his other name, his street name is Big Show. Big Show, ooh, is bad news. Big Show is bad news. In 2021 was suspected because the case is not yet concluded. He was suspected of murdering a security guard, and he murdered the security guard while he was in the process of robbing a cash in transit operation. Another murder charge that he was currently out on bail on is a murder that happened in 2023, and it was the murder of Patrick Haimunyela, who was stabbed and shot by Lucas Simon in 2023. That murder, Lucas was arrested, was given bail, and he was out on bail. So while he was committing this murder, these robberies, and as well as the murder of Fiina, he's also involved. He is out on bail. Currently, they are being held in custody. The state has denied their bail. They are not getting bail. Let's talk about the fact that Lucas Simon at this point is a serial killer, because what do you mean you've killed 2 to 3 people? Like with Fiina, this is the third known victim that has passed on at the hands of Lucas. They were caught by security guards, and they were caught red-handed trying to rob a cash in transit transaction. So this group is linked to approximately maybe like 4 or 5 known crimes. They have robbed the Namkor service station twice. They have robbed the Chops's service station. They have robbed a cash in transit operations twice. It has happened since April, May, June, July. They were caught in July. So for the past 3 months, they've been doing nothing but robbing people, committing all these things that they were busy committing. First, this car that was having the money went to ShopRite Katutura, and they followed the car to ShopRite Katutura. When they got there, this is when they decided that no, we are not doing this here. I think they felt as though it wasn't safe to do it at ShopRite Katutura. They decided to follow this car all the way to La France Monte Cristo. This way they decided to do the robbing. Fortunately, the police were already on their tail, because for the past couple of years, multiple women have been coming forward to the police station to report cases whereby they have been lured under malicious circumstances, and when they got to the location, they were robbed, and some of them were assaulted, they were beaten. A lot of women came forward with this information to the police station. So the police were aware that this is going on, that this is happening, and these are the people that are involved. They just didn't have concrete evidence to arrest these people yet. They needed something concrete. So for the past couple of years, for the past couple of months, the Namibian police, in collaboration with the Windhoek City Police, have been on the case of these suspects. When they were arrested, they were in possession of some very, very, very damning pieces of evidence. They had 3 firearms, they had 2 knives, 6 balaclavas. All these things pointed at the fact that maybe they were strongly tied to the robberies that were happening in the areas for the last couple of years. These robberies were mostly being observed in the areas of Kuriahap, Wanaheda, as well as Oshomwise. I personally feel like this is just a small group, small chunk of a bigger, probably more sophisticated. After these people were caught and they were arrested, multiple women came forward to narrate their experiences, what they also went through at the hands of these perpetrators. One person came forward anonymously. She's a car vendor, meaning she sells and buys cars. So she was contacted by a person who claims to be a Zambian national. This person contacted her because he wanted to buy a 7-seater car. He contacted her, and then he was like, my father, Angula, is coming to check the car. but I myself am not around. After convincing phone calls between the two of them, one of the tactics that they use is that they lure the person from their place of comfort to their place of comfort. So one of the things that they did was they lured this person to go to another area to go sign some papers. Perpetrator said that the person, the victim, should come to their house so that they can come sign the papers, and also his wife is going to be present as well. I think maybe he mentioned the wife so that he can make another female is also going to be there. When she arrived at the address that he gave her, she was driving her own car. She got to the place that he had mentioned, and when she got there, Junior again was waiting for them there, and Junior got into the car. When Junior got into the car was not locked, by the way. Junior asked for her phone because he wanted to make a phone call to his uncle so that he can come and say, okay, now we are here, so let's start with the transaction and all that. So he asked for a phone, and when she gave him her phone, he took the phone and then he jumped out of the car. He opened the door and then he jumped out of the car, and then he ran into the darkness, like into a dark corridor. The people in that area there were witnesses who were witnessing everything. They saw everything happening, all came together. But then they advised her not to follow him, because they said that if she follows him, there are probably more that are hiding, waiting for her to come so that they can attack her. So they should just let the phone go. It's not worth her life. So that is how she was robbed of her properties, of her phone. Another victim also came forward saying that they were lured also under the pretext of going to view a room, wanted to rent a room. And they lured her to an area in Wanaheda, and when she got there, she was also robbed the same way. What they do is that they ask for the phone. They're like, can I make a phone call with your phone? And the moment you give your phone, then they take out a gun or a knife, and then they run off with your phone. An anonymous lady that was robbed, the one of the car vendor, that literally happened 2 days before Fiina's death. They have already made their first official appearing to court. They are yet to come back again so that the trial can officially kick off and things like such as that. It is postponed to the 14th of October. This will make space, or it will allow, or it will give more time for the investigations, as well as so that they can also get legal representations. Imagine you're going to rent a room, you are going to view a room that you want to rent, and then you get there and there's a person pointing a knife at you or pointing a gun at you, demanding your phone. That is a nightmare. Before I go, I would really like for us to remember Fiina. Fiina was not just another headline. She was just not another headline on the news or a front cover on a newspaper. She was a friend, she was a sister, she was a mother, she was a daughter. Fiina owned a business, and she called her business September Creations. It was a clothing business. It was a fashion business. She designed and made clothes, beautiful clothes. I'm going to show some of them on the screen, and you would see that she made all these gorgeous dresses. You can see that she was a very creative person, and she was very passionate as well. You can tell from the details on her clothes that what happened to her was really unfair. It was unfair that her life was cut short. Think about this. I've been doing this for almost a year now. I've been doing this for a while. And have you guys even once have heard me talking about a case from Botswana? No. Why? Because Botswana still practices the death penalty. Like, Botswana will kill you. Those people will hang you if you dare kill another person. They take life for life very seriously. They still practice the death penalty. That is why crime rate in Botswana is quite low. Actually, it's quite a very safe country. You will not hear it in these newspapers talking about crimes such as this, you know. But yeah, I'm not here to compare countries. I'm just saying, maybe if we could like bring back the death penalty, things could be different, because right now, guys, a lot is going on. The crime rate is increasing. It's increasing in Namibia, and I, as a citizen, I am concerned. I don't know about you guys, but I'm very concerned. I'm just yapping and yapping and yapping. I love talking to you guys. But that's it for today's case. I really hope that, as per usual, we learned something. Guys, please, I don't even know what to say anymore, guys. Like, every single thing now is just risky. You can't even walk out of your house anymore without being scared for your life. I don't even know what more precautions you can take. She took precautions. She took a friend with her, but still Fiina managed to lose her life. I don't even know what to say anymore. It doesn't even matter what type of precautions you take. These people, these criminals are getting smarter and smarter and smarter. And it's a shame that they are not being caught at a smart rate as well. It's a very big shame. So yeah, guys, please take care of yourselves. If the person is asking a second location, let's go where, let's go get what, let's go get those keys, let's go do this, don't agree to it. Okay, it's always a bad idea. Don't go second location. It's a no. It's a bad idea. Don't do that. And yeah, thank you so much. I will see you in my next case, guys. So wait, I will see you in my next video, and bye.